Nationals. First pitch coming your way next.
From your Washington Nationals.
Just about ready to go on the hill here today, Jackson Rutledge.
Well, this guy's just been filthy out there on the mound. Hitters batting under 200 against him, and they're just having a hard time squaring up anything, doing any type of damage. The only way he hurts himself is if he gives up the free passes and surrenders a rare home run. But outside of that, it's going to be a tough job for the opposing lineup today.
All right, ready to go here. Stepping up for the Guardians, Stephen Kwan. That one called a strike. And we're underway here this afternoon. The pitch. Swings and misses. And it's 0-2. The other way. And foul ball. The 0-2. Got him. And there's one away.
No, that's not the best two-strike fastball I've seen, but certainly got away with the location there. You know, sometimes as a hitter, when you're down in the count, you're so focused on a pitcher painting the black, and you just get a little bit locked up on something down the heart of the plate, not expecting it, and it just kind of freezes you.
Inside, no, just missed. Oh, he doesn't get the call. 2 balls and a strike. Swing and a pop-up. Tenna snags it for the second out. Here's the Guardians lineup now. One guy leading the way offensively for this club right now, Stephen Kwan.
You know, he's a rarity, Boog, a guy who can really light it up on the road for some reason. Some guys struggle away from their home ballpark, but this guy's better than 350 when he's away from his home ballpark. So I'm looking for him to be a real catalyst in this game today. I mean, they're going to need him to be at his best because most guys just don't consistently perform well at that level away from home.
Jose Ramirez in the box now. No balls and a strike. And a strike.
Well, he's gotten ahead with 2 pitches down in the zone. He has plenty of options right here. He can go up, he can go away, he can add velocity, he can subtract.
Now this is in the air down the line. Cruz has this one sized up. Brings it in for the third out. Offense held in check there. And now the Nats get their first opportunity. There's no score. And we're back. And today's starting pitcher, Ben Lively. What do you look for here?
Well, he's been a real quality starter for his club. And coming into this one, what stands out for me is that right-handed hitters have really struggled batting below 200 on the year. It seems that they have a hard time picking up his release point and tracking the ball into the zone. So we'll see how right-handers do against him in this one.
Bottom of the first, here's C.J. Abrams to hit. That's in for a strike. Line drive, base hit. So a man on base to start the inning.
Hitting is really easy for some guys. One thing that I can see already, his bat stays in the zone on plane for an extended period of time. And guys like that, they have a high contact rate and they have more barrels because of that bat being on plane. And even when you don't get it great, it's still hit hard enough to dunk something in like that in front of the center fielder.
James Wood, the next to hit, takes ball one.
Go straight. That's a ball.
Chris, with that distraction and a speedy guy at first, he's in a favorable hitter's count.
Well, if nothing else, I mean, this is a great spot for a hitter to be in.
Abrams on at first, nobody out. Next offering is fouled back. And that's downstairs. And now it's 3-2.
Recognize that changeup right out of the hand. Just spit on it.
Fouled off again, and it remains 3-2. Nobody out, runner at first. Got him looking. Froze him with the heater at the knees.
Batting third.
Nathaniel Lowe up to hit.
Nathaniel Lowe.
That missed by a lot. And that's ball one. Runner takes off. Pitch misses. Throw. Save. Hedges too late.
When your catcher's not a great thrower, you have to do a better job at controlling the running game. And that's throwing over, that's stepping off, doing whatever you can to try to keep that base stealer's rhythm off. Well, they weren't able to do it right there. They're going to have to make some type of adjustment. Our players are going to be running all game.
Runner at second here, one gone. That's too low. 3-0.
Get ready for some action here. Good RBI guy at the plate. Runners in scoring position. And a hitter's count.
And ball four, two aboard.
Pretty easy walk right there. Last pitch wasn't even much to think about.
Batting fourth.
First and second, one out. Here's Josh Bell. Here's a guy who's been struggling so far this year. It's only late April, but still hoping he'll turn it around soon.
He's looking for a ground ball to get a double play and out of this jam.
Two on, one out. Fought off foul. Here's a 1-1. And a pop-up right side, foul territory. He's under it. Has room, and he makes the catch. Dave Martinez lined up for the Nationals. And Chris, this offense is facing a defense that is well known for kicking the ball around a bit. How aware are you offensively of a bad defensive team?
Well, you're not like completely aware because you're really focusing on your approach. But I think when you know about a team and how they can be sloppy and as it plays out in a ball game, you're more intent on saying with 2 strikes, I got to make sure that I put the ball in play. Because even if I don't get a knock, there's a chance they commit an error and it leads to us scoring more runs.
Yeah, that's fouled off.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
2 on, 2 outs. Foul ball left side. He'll see another.
Well, he knows they don't want to give him anything to hit, but when you've got opportunities to drive in runs, you've got to expand the zone. He's capable of going out there and doing damage with it.
And that's off the inside edge. Going to count 1-2. Got him! Third out, and that ends the frame.
He's in a tough spot, had to make a great pitch, did it, got the strikeout, gets out of the jam. Clearly, he's happy with those results.
Second inning, set to go. And now it's the switch hitter, Carlos Santana. Rutledge back to work. Right through there for a strike. At 96, that pitch is in for a strike.
I understand you want to try to gauge that guy's fastball, but you also have to be aggressive and ready to hit in your zone. Now you're in a tough spot.
Off the mark there, and that's ball one. And that one missing inside, a sharp slider. Got him swinging.
Batting fifth, the designated
Gabriel Arias, the next to hit. First pitch just misses. Rutledge, he isn't really known as a starting pitcher that's going to get you deep into the start. It's not that he's not capable, he just hasn't proven that he can do it yet. And that's outside.
He's got such great stuff. You just don't know from start to start whether it's a potential no-hitter or it's a guy that's only going to give you 3 or 4 innings.
The wind to kick the 2-0.
But for the most part, with that kind of stuff, you expect him to get to the middle of the ball game.
Let's see if he gives him anything to hit here. And that's ball 4. And that's how they get their first base runner of the game.
4 pitches. That's an easy walk, man. He could have walked me right there, Boo. The last one wasn't even close.
Now here's Nolan Jones. And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike. And what about analytics? Because one of the ways it seems like they've contributed to the trend is it's not just about are you capable of getting deep, that now focusing on the numbers, maybe the matchup is better with a different guy as the game goes on. Next offering is in for a strike.
Only a handful of pitchers can go through an order 3 times, maybe even 4 times, and the analytics have contributed to that trend. But I think there are some players given an opportunity may be able to show that they can be a 3rd or 4th time through the order type of pitcher.
One ball, 2 strikes.
Arias stands at first with 1 out. Started to go at the 1-2. A check on it to 3rd. And Matthew Ross right on it, says he held up. Outside. 3 balls, 2 strikes.
3 balls, 2 strikes.
Swing and a pop-up in foul ground. Hauls it in for the out. 2 down.
That was a good pitch to hit right down the heart of the plate. Had pretty good timing on it. Just got underneath it a little bit and popped it up.
Here's Will Wilson. And that's way high. 1-0. Foul ball there. Two gone, but the go-ahead run is at first. Here at the top of the second. Swing and a base hit. They stopped the lead runner at second. Now 2 on with 2 outs.
Nice job of driving that pitch the other way on a line. You know, hitters, they take so many reps in the cages working on going to the opposite field, and it doesn't always translate into the game, but right there it did, and he did it perfectly. Runner in scoring position now, and a good opportunity to push it.
Diving stop at second, and that's a great play for the out.
That was a great job of doing the math. He had the perfect angle, diving stop, completes the play, and that ends the inning.
Bottom of the second, and now up for Washington, Dylan Cruz.
Right fielder, Dylan Cruz.
Swing and a ball driven pretty well out towards left center. And there's one away.
Batting 7th, third baseman.
Next to hit, Jose Tena. And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike. And that's in the dirt. And that is out of play. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout. Riley Adams digging in for the Nationals. First pitch misses.
No, that's a ball. 2-0.
And a foul ball. Ground ball right side, and that's just foul. And that's in the dirt. Full count now. And a foul ball, he stays alive.
Well, he's desperately looking for that swing and miss. He's going to have to just change speeds a little bit, try to move it around, create just a little bit of illusion at the end.
Swings and misses, struck him out. 3 up, 3 down for Washington. We'll move to the third with no score. Back here in Nationals Park, top half of the third inning. Here's the catcher, Austin Hedges. And Chris, his big strength is defense, but it is interesting in today's world of baseball compared to when you played. A good defensive catcher is considered differently.
Whatever you get offensively is a bonus, but he's got to put the fingers down. He's got to present pitches to the umpire. They're going to help his pitcher get more strikes.
Right through there for a strike. I think the other component is putting down the finger that the pitcher wants to throw and being on the same page. And that's something that this guy does really well. Gets in sync with his pitchers.
Boog, his preparation is off the charts. I was down in the clubhouse today trying to find him just to pick his brain a little bit. He's so buried in that video room, it's hard to get a chance to talk to him.
And that one upstairs, ball one. Oh, that got away from him. And he's going to reach on a hit by pitch to lead off the inning.
For the Guardians,
so the lineup flips over.
Kwan.
Stepping in, Steven Kwan. 0 for 1 after striking out looking to start the game. Base knock right field. Throw back in quickly. First and second now with nobody out.
Waste no time there. That pretty much split the zone down the middle, and those are the ones where you got to make them pay.
Angel Martinez getting ready to hit. 0 for 1 so far.
1 ball, no strike.
In the dirt. No movement on the base. It's ball one. Swing and a ground ball up the middle. Lays out. Oh, it's off his glove. No throw, and the defense comes away with nothing.
Second baseman, Jose Ramirez.
So bases all loaded up. Jose Ramirez digs in for the Guardians. Golden opportunity right here. Just missed.
1-0.
And the next pitch is way outside.
Pressure's on right here. 2-0 count, bases loaded. You don't want to fall to a 3-ball count and then walk in a run. He's got to challenge the hitter right here.
This one's blistered. No doubt about it. Out of here. Grand slam. A towering shot. It's his 6th home run of the season, and they take the lead. It's 4-0. He absolutely crushed that one.
No doubt about that one, Boog. We knew it wasn't coming back. One big swing, and that turns the tables on this one. And when you come to the plate with the bases loaded and you've got some pop, you know it's hard not to think about the chance to hit a grand slam. And that could be a trap sometimes, but not right here. He seized the opportunity, put a great swing on it, and now they're working with the lead.
And here is Carlos Santana. Edge of the zone, called a strike. 0-1.
Well, at least he's got a clean slate after that grand slam. Nothing to think about on the bases, so he can really go after the hitter and just approach this like it's a clean inning, get the outs that you need, and get back into the dugout.
And that's in for a strike. 0-2.
Now, you know it's tough to bounce back on the mound after giving up a granny, especially when you still have 3 outs to get. Somehow he's got to shake it off. He's got to just hit the reset button and try to get one batter at a time, 1 out at a time.
In the air, right field. Cruz pulls it down, and there's one down.
It's a good recovery, though, after giving up the home run. Not allowing it to stay in the head, but going to work at the next hitter, and a tough one at that.
Now it's the DH, Gabriel Arias. Worked a walk in his first trip to the plate. Swings and misses. It's 0-1. Arias hitting 5th in today's lineup. He's usually a third baseman, but today he's the designated hitter. There's the swing and a miss.
A little bit of a day off for him. Instead of being at the hot corner, he can just kind of put the batting gloves on, hold the bat as he sits on the bench waiting for his time to hit.
Ball one there. Can't glove it cleanly. Still finds a way to get off a throw, and they get him. The misplay made it a bit messy, but they cleaned things up for the out. Wow, Singy, StatCast tells us he fired an absolute bullet to first, and it needed to be a bullet.
Yeah, 87 miles per hour on a line, Boog, and that's some heat from across the diamond. Really close play at first, but the ball just beat him to the bag.
Nolan Jones digs in for the Guardians. Hard hit left side. Sends it to first. That'll end the inning after a lot of scoring. Jose Ramirez with the homer here. It's now a 4-0 ball game. Set for the bottom of the third. Up now for Washington, Jacob Young.
Jacob Young.
And first offering is fouled off. Up the middle. Out on a bang-bang play, but he made it close.
Just an outstanding play going up the middle right there. And the exchange to get the throw off to first just shows you why he's one of the best shortstops around. So smooth, yet so quick at the same time. And any slower, and those wheels burning down the first baseline are going to turn that into an infield hit.
Abrams stands in now and watches strike one.
Man, you're playing with fire starting him off with the fastball in the zone, but it didn't end up hurting him.
One out, bases empty. Just missed.
He's great hitting the ball the other way, and that pitch did a good job to straighten him up a bit. Mission accomplished.
One down, bases empty. So a foul ball makes it 1-2. Fouled off, and they'll do it again.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
Next offering way upstairs. Spoils a 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. And that one a little below the knees, and the count's full. 8th pitch of the at-bat coming up. 3-2. The pitch is outside, and ball 4. That's a great at-bat. He saw a lot of pitches and earned a walk.
Fielder,
one gone runner at first. Here's the left fielder, James Wood. He's 0 for 1.
This kid picked up in a trade. A lot was offered and given to get him, but he's got a real high ceiling.
And a swing and a miss.
Well, he threw that fastball right by him. Gives him a little bit of confidence, but in the back of your mind, you got to think, is he trying to set me up for later in this at bat?
Check on the runner. Abrams dives back in safely. Runner on the go. Pitch is low. Safe at second, and that was not close. Next offering is downstairs. And there's a foul ball. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. He picks up his 5th strikeout on the hill.
He came out of his mechanics there. Typically he likes to shoot the ball the other way. But that time, a little anxious.
Here's Nathaniel Lowe. He reached on a walk his first time. Foul ball. Man at second.
Nope, that's away.
Swinging a foul straight back. Just missed. Next pitch, not close, up high. And that one lifted in the air center field. Martinez has a beat on it, nabs it, and that's the 3rd out. So 1 left for Washington. They trail it here 4-0. Back in Washington, D.C. New inning getting started. Now the 3rd baseman, Will Wilson. That one catches the zone, and that's strike 1. The Nationals have some action going in the pen. Trevor Williams looks to be getting ready for Dave Martinez. Chafin also throwing. That catches the top part of the zone. That is strike 2.
Well, he hasn't quite settled in out there. 4 runs in 3 innings. He's going to have some quick 1, 2, 3 innings to pitch deep into this ball game.
Swing and a miss, and he chases that one in the dirt. Adams down to first. Not in time. He's safe.
I feel like that's one of those rules in baseball that's tough to explain the logic behind. If you're talking to a new fan or someone trying to learn the game, it's like, wait, what? The batter struck out, but he still gets to be on first base?
Yeah, I hear you. It's a weird one. Plus, the pitcher gets credit for the strikeout. It's an offer for the batter. But, of course, no out is actually recorded. Kind of one of those, just trust me, let's move on situations.
Now pitching.
Pitching change here, number 61. Hasn't pitched in the last 3 days.
Brad Lord.
So a man at first. Here's Brian Rocchio. He's 0 for 1. Right through there for a strike. Popped up to the left, into foul ground. Brings it in, 1 away.
Good hard fastball up in the zone right there. They look really good coming in, but so hard to get on top of as a hitter.
Austin Hedges stands in. This is a guy who's in the lineup first and foremost because of what he contributes defensively, Chris. And when you talk about preventing runs from being scored, this guy is a big contributor. That one fouled off.
I was always told it's hard to take you off the field when you play really good defense, especially at a premier position, and that's what he does.
And it's fouled away.
The hitting's going to come around. He's going to figure it out. But right now, his big asset is the way he plays the game on defense.
Swing and a miss, struck him out.
Just overmatched on that fastball right there, and it
Now
wasn't
batting,
like he was set up for it by
Stephen
something off
Kwan.
speed earlier in the at-bat. Just came right after him with 3 straight, and he had no answer for it.
Stephen Kwan digs in for the Guardians. 1 for 2. That one close, ruled a ball. Ball 1. And that gets the top of the zone for a strike.
Looked pretty good as far as being in the strike zone, but I'm sure as a hitter, not too good with where it was located.
Ouch, that one got him.
Now batting.
So
the
first
center
and
fielder,
second with 2
Angel
outs.
Martinez.
Angel Martinez digs in for the Guardians. Just missed. 2 outs. Couple of base runners at first and second. Sliced hard, but foul down the left side. Swing and a pop up in foul ground. And that will drop foul. Swing and a miss, struck him out. Out number 3. So they strand a pair. We're midway in the 4th. Guardians 4 and the Nationals nothing. And welcome back to the
Leading off
ballpark.
for the
And here's the
Nationals.
first baseman,
First
Josh
baseman,
Bell.
Josh Bell.
Right through there for a strike. Just
No, that's
missed.
the ball.
Fights that one away, still 1 and 2. And they'll do it again.
Well, he hasn't gotten the result yet, but it's got to feel pretty confident. 3 foul balls in a row. He's right on this guy.
And that's downstairs and outside. And downstairs.
Expect for that guy to come right at you with a fastball, something in the zone, because he does not want to allow the leadoff walk.
That one hammered center field. Way back there. Brings it back on a leaping catch. Wow.
Robs a
Second baseman,
potential solo
Luis
shot right there. That'll fire
Garcia.
your team up, but even more so the player. I'm excited to see how they respond.
And now it's Luis Garcia. He struck out swinging at his first at bat. And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter.
Well, I think the key, I mean, if he can get through one more inning, anything after that, a hitter or two is bonus, but they should be lined up good enough to get to the finish line.
One down, base is empty. He swings and fouls one off. Fouls that off to the left, and we'll do it again. Base is empty, one away. We're here in the bottom of the fourth. That one's upstairs, ball one.
I don't like to say he wasted a pitch. I think that was a purpose pitch. Change the eye level, have him look up. Now go back exactly where you want to go.
Just outside. It's 2-2.
Still just the second batter of the inning, and on the mound, he's already thrown 13 pitches. They got him working hard out there.
Into center. Rocchio on his way over. Makes a nice grab and a full sprint. 2 down.
Now, that's a tough play for the infielder, ranging back into the outfield. There's part of him that's saying, hey, where are you at, outfielder? Call me off. But he stayed focused and made a nice catch right there.
2 down, base is empty. Dylan Cruz digging in for the Nationals. And that one upstairs, ball one.
One ball, no strike.
Softly in the air, down the line. And foul ball. Late on that fastball.
1-2.
Foul ball, still a 1-2 count. This one popped up. Foul ground, first base side. Dives, but he can't get it. It's a foul ball. Line drive. And makes the play, and that's out number 3. So they make short work of him there. On to the top of the 5th we go. Guardians 4 and the Nationals nothing. And we're back. Top 5, John Shelby with Chris Singleton. And leading it off, Jose Ramirez. That one finds the zone, and it's 0-1.
You know, these Guardians putting together some really good at-bats in this game. There's been a lot to like with how they're approaching their chances at the plate. It looked to me like they really wanted to get to the starter early, get him out of the game before he settles in. So I'd say mission accomplished.
Now batting, the first baseman, Carlos Santana.
So up next, Carlos Santana. First pitch doesn't find the zone. High fly ball, and that one curling foul down the right side. Just missed. Check swing. Did he go? Yes, he did.
2-2.
Santana checks his swing, appeal to third, and he won around. Rule to swing. 2 outs, base is empty. And the batter now, Gabriel Arias. to the right side. Whips it to first. And that is that. Nothing doing for the Guardians there. They lead 4-0. Back here in Nationals Park, ready to go for the last half of the inning. And now up for Washington, Jose Tena. Lively back to work. And first offering is fouled off.
Well, these Nats doing a great job, Boog, of just waiting for the right pitch to come their way, and I'm seeing very patient at-bats out of them. The starter's pitch count is high because they've worked the count full against him 5 different times. Their pitch selection's been off the charts today.
This one smoked, could be trouble. Now he'll turn for second. And it's a leadoff double to start the bottom of the 5th.
Really nice job of 2-strike hitting in that at bat. Anytime you rip a line drive the other way, you feel really good about what you did at the plate. You trusted your hands, you let the ball travel, and you took the barrel straight to it. That's great work right there. Could be a chance here for them to start clawing back into this ball game.
And it's the catcher for the Nationals, Riley Adams. Struck out swinging his first time. Right down to shoot, strike 1. Tena at second with nobody out. That one missed. Man at second. And that one missing low. That misses. And now 3 balls and a strike.
There's an opportunity to do some damage and perhaps unlock this offense. 3-1 count. Be ready to turn on a fastball.
The 3-1. And that one pulled foul. Swing and a ball hit out towards left center field. Martinez makes the catch, and there's one gone.
Now batting, center fielder, Jacob Young.
Manager out of the dugout now, and he will make a move to dip into the Guardians bullpen. Ben Lively won't go any further, and a nice effort out of him, no doubt. New arm coming on. We'll be back for that in a moment.
Now pitching for
the left-hander on now, Colby
Number
Allard.
49.
Still pretty early in the ball game, so this bullpen has some work ahead of them. Best case scenario might be if he can come in here and get several quick outs, kind of bridge the gap that starter left for him.
So man aboard. Next to hit for the Nats, Jacob Young grounded out his first time. We talk about guys with good speed, and definitely he has it. But pushing the offense aside for just a second, Chris, it's the defensive side that I think the speed factors in the most. And that one fouled off.
Well, he gets to balls that get by most people at that position. Just really impressive because there are certain times the ball comes off the bat, automatically that team that hit it thinks that they've got a base hit, or they may have extra bases, and he just takes it away.
Way inside. One out and a runner at second. On the ground. Throw on to Santana. And there's 2 down.
Now batting, shortstop, C.J. Abrams.
Here's C.J. Abrams now.
Taken high in the draft, he's had that top prospect label over him since he put on a professional uniform. But at some point, that starts to go away, and you've got to produce at the big league level.
Right through there for a strike.
There it was. 0-0. Here it is. Hit it. He gets a take. Gets ahead in the count.
Pop foul out of play off to the right. Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. Ripped towards third. Tosses across to first. And that is the inning. A strong showing there from the Cleveland bullpen. 5 innings complete. Guardians 4 and the Nationals nothing. Back in Washington, D.C. Top of the 6th inning. Now it's the right fielder, Nolan Jones. That one's upstairs, ball 1. Jones measures 6 feet 4 inches, 195 pounds, and they traded for him earlier this year. And another ball. The 2-0 is in for a strike.
In today's game, not that many fastball counts, but hitters still in the back of their minds, they're looking for one. 2-0 changeup call right there. Excellent pitch selection to go with.
In the air, left field, down the line. And there's one down.
Now batting, third baseman, Will
Here's
Wilson.
the third baseman, Will Wilson. In there for strike 1. Swing and a ground ball. Over to first. And there's 2 away. Brian Rocchio now at the plate. 0 for 2 in this one. And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike. 2 down, nobody on. And we're in the top half of the 6th. And that drops in for a strike. On the ground right side, Garcia. In plenty of time to first. And that is the 3rd out of the inning. So no runs, no hits, no errors, and no one left. 2, 3, 4 due up in the home half of the 6th. Guardians 4 and the Nationals nothing. And welcome back to the ballpark. Now the left fielder, James Wood. And there's a ball. Activity in the bullpen. Tim Herron up and loosening in the pen. Ortiz, a hard-throwing right-hander, up as well.
Whoa. Struggled a little bit in this one. Couple of strikeouts earlier, but doing a much better job in this at-bat to get ahead and find a good hitter's count at 2-0.
That one's spoiled, and the count now 2-1.
Nope, all three. 3-1.
That one misses. So a leadoff walk.
That could jumpstart an offense that's really struggled to score in this one. Don't want to wake a team up with the free pass.
And at first, and now the DH, Nathaniel Lowe.
Now this team is definitely looking for a big swing of the bat right here. Try to close that gap. But, you know, at the very least, if you could find a way to manufacture that run from first, it feels like it's really important to getting back into this ball game.
And ball one. Wood aboard here at first with nobody out. Now snap throw to first. And he's back in easily. Line drive to short and caught.
Nothing you can do about those as a hitter. Even though you know that, they still drive you absolutely crazy.
Josh Bell.
Josh Bell at the plate now. That one finds the zone. 0-1. Snap throw to first. Wood back in on a dive. In the dirt, blocked. In there safely. And now a man into scoring position.
Well, that's part of the risk when you throw a breaking ball in the dirt. Even as good as catchers are these days at blocking pitches, that one just got away enough, and that takes the double play opportunity away for now.
Man at second.
1-2.
This one in the dirt. And an excellent job keeping it right there. Stays alive. That misses the zone. 2-2. One out and a runner at second here in the bottom of the sixth. Spoils that one, and it remains 2-2. Line drive makes the grab. 2 down.
It's never fun going back to the dugout after hitting a line drive that finds a glove, but you will get some high fives. You know, when you make great contact, you feel like you've done everything right. But in this game of baseball, not everything is in your control.
High fly ball out towards left center. And that will end the inning. Nationals leave one. They're down 4-0. And we're back. We go to the top of the seventh. So in now for Cleveland, Austin Hedges. This guy, one of the best defensive catchers going. You talk about framing, the ability to block, catch, and throw. He is at the top of the game. Strike on the inside corner. 0-1.
Really good athlete, and many times we talk about, you know, the feet of infielders. This catcher as well, really quick feet. He's able to recognize the pitch, see the trajectory, and get into a spot where he can block those balls and keep them from going to the backstop.
Ball one there.
Really impressive with the way he frames, the way that he sets it up, because sometimes those pitches are off the plate, but because he sets up and presents it so well, he steals strikes for his pitcher.
That one misses, and it's 2-2. Swings through that, and it's a strikeout. Make it 4 strikeouts for him on the bump today.
Really love the pitch sequence right there. I'm telling you what, pitcher and catcher are on the same page right now.
Stephen
Kwan will hit next. That clips the zone. That's strike one. That one pushed to the left and foul. Base is empty, one away here in the top half of inning number 7. Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
Oh, there's a 3-pitch strikeout. He can do whatever he wants with the baseball right now.
2 down, base is empty. And up next for Cleveland, Angel Martinez. 1 for 3. And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike. 2 outs, base is empty. That one pushed foul, out of play off to the left. Next pitch is inside. 1-2 to count.
Too close for me, partner, to take that 0-2 fastball, but for whatever reasons he let it go by. He's still in the at-bat. I don't think he'll let the next one go.
And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. One and two here.
That's the ball.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And he strikes out the side of the 7th. No runs, no hits, no errors. Midway in inning number 7, and it's time to stretch. Guardians 4 and the Nationals nothing.
Now pitching for Cleveland,
Luis Ortiz gets the call 45 from the pen.
And he's got a nice
Luis
lead to work
Ortiz
with, so he should come in throwing strikes, attacking
Leading
these hitters.
off for the Nationals,
Dylan Cruz
right
digs in now.
Dylan Cruz.
Fastball for a strike, and it's 0-1. Swing and a miss, and he was fooled.
No ball, 2 strike.
Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout.
No, that slider was way out of the zone, and for me it just comes down to not seeing the pitch out of the hand, not tracking it into the zone, and then also being a little bit anxious, not confident in your 2-strike approach. And so when a guy's in that position, you get him to commit early, and a lot of times you get the swing and miss, as you did right there.
This to center field, and base hit.
Now batting, catcher Riley
Man at first with 1
Adams.
gone at the plate. Riley Adams. Up and in, ball 1. And there's a strike on the outside corner. Man at first, 1 away. That one finds the corner, and it's 1-2. Swing and a miss. Struck him out on a slider, and there's 2 gone.
Well, that's the money maker right there. 2 strikes, slider down and away from a same side thrower as the hitter. I mean, that's just tough. You're looking to protect with 2 strikes and very difficult to lay off.
Young stands in here, leaves that one off the inside. Almost got him.
Straighten him up a little bit.
There's a strike. 95 of that one.
He's been able to go inside as well as outside, effectively working both sides of the plate in this at bat.
Swings through that.
I guess you throw it that hard, you can get away with locations like that right down the middle. But I still think it's a dangerous pitch. Don't want to do it again.
And a breaking ball misses outside.
Great RBI spot here. Just got to stay focused on the pitch. The runner will be in motion, so something in the gap should definitely score it.
High fly ball out into left center field. Kwan right there to make the grab. And that is that. So 1 left for Washington. They're on the short end of a 4-0 score.
Now pitching for
Welcome
the
back,
Nationals.
and a new arm on the mound to start
Number
the 8th.
32.
Trevor Williams.
And he's had his struggles so far this year, as you can see the inflated ERA. Looking to bring that down a little bit right here.
Here's Jose
Leading off
Ramirez.
for Cleveland,
He's already homered in this game.
Jose Ramirez.
Just off the inside edge. Swings through that one.
1 ball, 1 strike.
In there at the knees. And it's 1 and 2. Fouls it back with 2 strikes. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout. So next will be the 4-hole hitter for the Guardians, Carlos Santana. Just off the inside edge. Activity in the Washington bullpen. Jorge Lopez looks to be getting ready for Dave Martinez. Next offering is fouled back. One down, base is empty. Swinging a foul back. That's out of play. That's off the inside corner. And the count is even, 2-2. Got him looking. Coming out of the bullpen throwing beatings.
Third time he struck out in this one, and definitely an individual performance you want to flush. He just hasn't looked very comfortable up there. Just one of those days. But when you're still winning the ball game, at least you can focus on doing your part to maintain that lead and getting that W.
Gabriel Arias digs in for the Guardians. And that's in for a strike. Close, but called a ball. 1-1. Right through there for a strike. That one missed.
2-2.
2 down, nobody on. And we're in the top of the 8th. Fans another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts. The Guardians go down in order, but they lead it 4-0. Back here in Nationals Park. And now C.J. Abrams. The Nationals in striking distance, but have some work to do.
Boog, it starts with the leadoff man. I need a good at-bat out of him right here.
That's through there for a strike.
Well, he had a pretty good look at that pitch and not sure exactly what tied him up there. Couldn't pull the trigger, and perhaps the best pitch he'll see in this at-bat to hit.
Shoots a line drive single into right center.
Now batting left
So a man at first. Now the number 2 hitter, James Wood. A walk and a pair of strikeouts. On the outside corner, strike 1.
Well, here's a good opportunity in this inning to get on the scoreboard after that leadoff hit, and hardly order coming up right behind them. This is where they need to get going.
Runner at first with no outs here. And there's a hit. Throw back in quickly. First and second now with nobody out.
Love how he let that ball travel, trusted his hands. Nice job of going the other way.
Manager out of the dugout now, and it looks like we'll see a change on the mound. Luis Ortiz will depart, and the line not closed on him yet as he's responsible for the runners on base. Back with a new pitcher after this.
Now pitching for
So Cleveland brings on a new reliever,
Number
Joey
54.
Cantillo. He's been so good against lefties. First and second, no outs. Next for the Nationals is the DH, Nathaniel Lowe. On the ground, right side, and it goes just foul. In the air, left field, down the line. Quan makes the grab on the run.
Well, those can be pretty fun as an outfielder. Got to put it into his highest gear and go a long way to track that one down. Nothing better than that. You feel like a wide receiver playing football.
And now the switch hitting first baseman Josh Bell. 0 for 3 in this one. And that drops in for a strike. Meanwhile, activity in the bullpen. Emmanuel Clase, the closer, getting cranked up for a possible save opportunity. The 0-1. Swing and a foul out of play. Two on, 1 out.
1 and 2.
In the dirt. On the ground, right side. 4, 6, 3. It's a double play, and that'll do it for the inning. So it's no runs, 2 hits, no errors, and 1 left on. 9th inning coming up. Guardians 4 and the Nationals nothing. Back in Washington, D.C. All set for the start of the inning. And now the right fielder, Nolan Jones. Williams back to work. Jones tries to check his swing. Now a look to third. No swing. Williams, a 6'3" righty, 32 years old, and he was a second-round pick back in 2013. Fought off foul.
Instead of letting the hitter get his arms extended, tied him up a little bit, slightly up, slightly in.
Inside corner for a strike. 2-2 now.
Well, it looks like he's wanting to work the upper part of the strike zone. What does that mean? Top hand better be working for the hitters. Adjust that side a little bit. Give yourself a chance to hit.
Still 2-2 after the foul ball. Swing and a ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. And the leadoff man aboard.
Now batting, third baseman, Will Wilson.
Will Wilson digs in for the Guardians. Now move to first. Jones back on a dive. And first offering is fouled off. Jones gets his lead at first. Nobody out. In the air, right field, Cruz. And there's one away.
Now batting, shortstop, Brian Rocchio.
Brian Rocchio, the next to hit. Slashes this one, and it could be trouble. Jones around third. He will score, and the lead is up to 5.
Didn't take long to get a result for that at bat. That was a thing of beauty. He may have been a little behind the pitch, but by getting that barrel into the hitting zone early on in his swing, he was able to meet it and still shoot a line drive down the line and left.
Austin Hedges now. First pitch, and he just misses. Foul ball there. One out and a runner at second here in the top of the ninth.
That's a good pitch there. Really had some run and finished a little up and in just on the edge. And that's one of those, if you swing at it, you had a broken bat as you jog back to the dugout.
Gets a piece and stays alive. Pitch in the dirt. Ball 3. And ball 4, 2 aboard.
Now batting, left fielder, Stephen Kwan.
2 on, 1 out. Stepping up for the Guardians, Stephen Kwan. And first offering is fouled off. 1 out. Runners at first and second. And a swing and a miss. Beat him with a fastball.
Well, when you commit to throwing an inside fastball to your glove side across the strike zone, especially with 2 strikes, if you're going to miss, you want to miss off the plate in. You do not want to leave it out over the heart of the plate. So that was excellent execution on that pitch. Really tied him up, and he couldn't get a piece at all.
Martinez in the box with 2 gone, and takes a look at a called strike.
Ball, hard.
Just missed.
Tough spot right here. A couple runners on. 2-ball count. You can't nibble, but you have to execute and finish your pitch. If you leave something out over the plate, it's going to bring in some runs.
Next offering upstairs. Jose Ramirez would be next if they can extend the inning.
And he's homered already, so I'm sure he'd love a chance to do some more damage here.
In the air out to center. Pulls into second. That's an RBI double.
Comes through with the RBI. These days, most outfielders play pretty
Jose
deep, and
Ramirez.
I'm not sure if that was a factor there or not, but off the bat, you're thinking it's going to be a pop out, and it just kind of nestled into that spot where no one was able to get to it.
Manager out of the dugout now, and he'll make a move to dip into the Nationals pen. Trevor Williams departs, and he's on the hook for the runners at second and third, so looking for some help there. Back in a minute.
Now pitching for
Now
the
on the mound for the
Nationals.
Nationals, Jorge Lopez.
Number 21.
I think it's got to be a little tough coming in out of the pen when your guys are trailing so big on the scoreboard. Just doesn't have the same intensity to it, but he's got to find a way because these batters count the same for his stats, obviously, regardless of the score.
So digging in, Jose Ramirez. He's already homered here in this one. And the first pitch misses for ball 1.
1 ball, no strike.
Just missed.
He doubled up on the off speed there. We talk about the power fastball, but he's working a little differently here.
Next pitch is outside. So definitely a little wild right out of the gate.
Well, it could be a little tough coming from the bullpen mound to this mound, but you've got to find a way to get ahead in the count quickly. He hasn't. We'll see how this at bat turns out.
Yeah, that's fouled off. Two outs. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. That one 95 to finish him off. So 2 runs on 3 hits. No errors, but 2 are left stranded. 5, 6, and 7 will lead things off in the bottom of the 9th. It's the Guardians 6 and the Nationals nothing. Well, this game isn't very close, Singy. Let's see if we got any messages from those tuning in today.
I know we got some good stuff in there.
Singy, where do you stand on the wave?
Well, the wave of star players in MLB or the wave around this ballpark?
The wave around the ballpark.
I think it's a little outdated. I'm more of a Thundersticks guy.
And that's not outdated?
Now batting. Right
So up next,
fielder,
Dylan
Cruz.
Off the plate inside. And that is ball 1. Garcia gets his lead at first with nobody out. outside with a breaking ball. So my dad told me that he had a bunch of Mickey Mantle rookie cards and a whole bunch of valuable cards, and his mom tossed them because, what did she know? So I made my mom keep all my baseball cards, and I really don't have any that are valuable. And that story stunk by me. Anyway.
Well, the leadoff man gets on. You want to minimize the threat by playing sound defense. Hopefully the pitcher can get a ball on the ground and they can roll him up for 2.
And a foul ball. He stays alive. Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout.
Now batting,
Jose Tena digging in for the Nationals. And there's a foul ball. The Nats with a lot of ground to make up here in the last half of inning number 9. Ground ball up the middle, and it's through for a hit. Throw into third. He's in there.
Clearly seeing the ball very well in this one. Really nice job staying up the middle with his approach. He didn't try to do too much with the pitch, just shot it through the infield.
Here in the bottom of the 9th, 1 out. And now the catcher comes up to hit. Riley Adams. And a foul ball. Lefty out of the stretch. Runners at first and third. And that one is lifted in the air. He's got it. Runner tagging from third. That's a sacrifice fly as he comes across. It's 6-1. So they're down to their final out. Up now for Washington, Jacob Young. Just missed. Swung on, belted. Way back there. And that one is out of here. His first homer of the year. It's 6-3. Chris, we knew this moment was coming for him soon.
Yep, and it finally came. We knew it was only a matter of time before he was going to connect with one just like that. Just too good of a hitter at the plate. Took on the big part of the yard for that home run and just barely got it over the wall. I thought for a second he brought it back out there too. Gave it a great effort, but those plays are so tough to pull off, and I'm sure he'd love to have another shot at it.
Manager out of the dugout now, and he will make a move to dip into the Guardians bullpen. Joey Cantillo gives way. It's a 3-run game, and we'll be back to tell you about the new arm in a minute. Emmanuel Clase comes out trying to close it out.
And we all know about his slider. It's just filthy, man. And one of the better ones in the game, I'd say. Spin rate's very high, and it just breaks a ton.
And now here is C.J. Abrams. Ground ball, and this should do it. On to first. Ball game.
Well, this is definitely a rarity. A one-pitch save. You come into the ball game, so much pressure, don't know what's going to happen, and fortunately you make the pitch, you get the out, and everyone has a big sigh of relief.
6-3 our final score. For Chris Singleton and our entire crew here at MLB The Show, thanks for stopping by. I'm John Shambi. Talk to you soon.